What it means to be a president like Trump. Being president of the United States is not simply a position of power. It is a role defined by constant pressure, irreversible decisions, and global consequences. Few moments illustrate this burden more clearly than the current situation involving Iran and the broader Middle East. At this point in history, the United States faces an old and deeply rooted adversary, a regime aligned with Russia and China, actively pursuing nuclear weapons, exporting radical Islamist ideology, and violently suppressing its own population. What is happening inside Iran today, including the killing and repression of its own people, is not speculation. It is ongoing. At the same time, this regime is at its weakest point in decades. Economically strained, politically isolated, and facing deep internal unrest, Iran's ruling system is under pressure from within and without. Yet, despite this weakness, it continues to pose a destabilizing threat to the region and beyond. This is where the weight of presidential leadership becomes clear. A president like Donald Trump must evaluate not only military readiness, but also global alliances, media pressure, lobbying efforts, and geopolitical consequences. In moments like this, thousands of voices emerge, some warning of chaos, others offering compromises, and many urging restraint to preserve the status quo. But leadership is not about choosing the safest option. It is about choosing the necessary one. The Iranian regime has long positioned itself as an enemy of Western stability, supporting proxy conflicts, threatening regional balance, and working toward nuclear capability. Allowing such a system to survive indefinitely does not reduce risk. It postpones it, often at a higher cost. At the same time, decisive action carries responsibility. The goal is not endless conflict, but the creation of long-term balance in the Middle East, a region that has paid the price for delayed decisions and half measures for decades. This is why timing matters. History shows that moments of real change come when oppressive systems are at their weakest. Missing such moments often leads to regret, prolonged instability, and greater human suffering later on. To be president in such a moment is to stand at the intersection of morality, strategy, and consequence, knowing that whatever decision is made will be criticized, misunderstood, and debated for years. This is the difficult role of leadership. Not comfort, not popularity, but responsibility. And history, not headlines, is ultimately the judge. Follow us to see what the news won't show you.